At Culworth Grounds we do everything, from mares, foals, yearlings, racehorses on holiday, prepping for the sales. So my background in terms of producing a horse actually came from the world of dressage and showing. Their levels of production are really second to none, and I really think that has helped for producing a horse for the sales. So they arrive back at Culworth Grounds, and after about a week they'll go straight out to the field, and they will pretty much stay in the field until the month of May. I like to leave them out. I think it's good for them to be marching up and down hills and natural muscle building. Then in May the sales companies come round, and that's when we'll decide which sales they'll go to. So Doncaster, Tattersall's Book 1, 2 or 3 are the general ones that we would go to. They'll go back and out into the field probably till July, and pretty much then every yearling will have a 10-week prep, and that's where the fun starts. They will do something different every single day, and it is those 10 weeks that they'll make their biggest change. I use the gallops to take the yearlings up. I think it's just a great way of firstly getting them out and about. Secondly, they're going to have to go up gallops every day, so it just gives them that experience of going up alongside another horse, keeps them in straight lines, which is better for their joints. And also they hear voice aids from above, so when somebody hops on top of them, that is not going to be a surprise. All these things, it's just to try and give them the confidence. When they go out, they're going to have all these experiences, but they'll be like, oh, well, we've done all this before, so hopefully it should be easy. With the lunging, we use a chambon. I just really try and keep it very simple, and I love them lunging long and low just to build all that muscle over their backs. So it's all about trying to teach them to find their natural balance. If they can't find their natural balance at trot, they won't be able to find it when they're galloping. So we work really hard, you know, walk to trot, trot to walk, loads of transitions. And by the time the yearlings finish prep, you can see them, those fabulous moments. It may only be for one circle where they're trotting around beautifully with their natural balance, and that is the aim. Long reining is great because it gets them out and about. They can also go out and about on their own, so I think this is another important thing. It's not always about being with somebody, it's about giving them the confidence to go alone and march on ahead, them being the leader. Parading is key, and actually pretty much every horse will probably go onto the parade ring every day, especially if they're hand walking. We spend a lot of time teaching them to stand up, backwards, forwards, walking, because they are going to spend 3 days solid doing that at the sales, and you know, they do a bad show for somebody, that could be a non-sale to that customer. So parading and standing is of key importance for a yearling. We think hard about every decision that we make, whether it's what field we're putting them in, what food we're feeding them. The idea for us is to send them off to their new homes fully confident and ready to go. I would like to think that our horses leave here and somebody else will get them and think, gosh, I can buy a horse from Culworth Grounds at the sales and nearly put a saddle and bridle on it and off I go, and they should be beautifully balanced, healthy and fit inside and out, with good temperaments and good manners. So last year was probably one of those years that will never happen again, but let's hope it does. The reason why it was such a great success story was, I suppose, the horse was bought for so little, €4,000, and then converted into 160,000.
Time, all done, hammers up, Paddy's time, going to sell him here at 160,000, all done and sold on the rope at 160.
It's much easier to buy a pinhook that maybe costs 100,000 and convert it into 250,000 because the pedigree and the confirmation is there, but I think the success came from the low purchase price to the higher sale price. It was a fabulous moment. It was also stressful, and I really hope I can do it again one day. NAF is a huge part of the team at Culworth Grounds. It's very important to have our horses looking good on the outside and the inside, and they cover all areas. You know, they have all the grooming products that we need to make our horses shine, glisten, hopefully better than anybody else's at the sales. And then they have all the products for the inside to help their guts and keep everything so that we have the perfect fit and healthy horse to sell and pass on to the next person. Team is everything. This is not a one-man band. We have lots of horses, and it's important just to have the best people, and I feel very lucky to work with the best people, whether it's NAF, brilliant farrier, great people who look after the horses. We're all here thinking about every horse and what we can do for them, and I think that's important. It's all about the little things. With everything that we do, it's about analysing how can we get the marginal gain, whether it's the shiniest coat or the best behaved horse, because at the end of the day a racehorse can win and lose a race by a nose. So we are trying to get these yearlings ready to be, you know, my yearling might have found its natural balance faster than somebody else's. So when it's in that 2-year-old race, it might beat the other one by that nose. And that's what it's all about. Whether it's the product we put on them, whether it's the thing that we feed them, it's all about the marginal gain.